Underfloor insulation, is it really worth it? That's a question that a lot of people ask. Is it worth us getting our suspended timber floor insulated? A lot of people overlook this, especially in older properties, or always in older properties. Now, if you look at an EPC rating on the government website, underfloor insulation a lot of the time is step one to raising that EPC. So there'll be a series of steps which it says you need to complete in series, and to get the EPC rating up. And floor insulation, suspended floor insulation, a lot of the time is step one. Sometimes there's other little steps before it, like energy saving light bulbs, some easier steps to take. Solar water and solar panels, they're further down the list. So according to the government website, yes, this is a big step in increasing an energy performance of a typically older house. Now, the savings they give on there are very debatable. We've seen figures of £51 a year, £91 a year. Now, those sorts of savings, you would question whether it was actually worth it. So I don't know where they get these figures from. I mean, another example is that they put the typical cost of installing underfloor insulation as £800 to £1,200, and it says that on every single EPC, regardless of if it's a 6-bed detached house or a terraced house. So these figures are plucked out of the air. The Energy Saving Trust will give you a figure of 15% energy savings. Now, again, I'm not sure where they get this figure from. If it's just based on an average across the board, I don't know, but they're only accounting for heat loss through the floor. They're not accounting for all the drafts that can come in through radiator pipes, electric holes, stuff that's in the floor that's allowing cold air currents to come through. You have an expansion gap which goes around the perimeter, and it's basically underneath the skirting board, and it allows the building to expand and contract. Now, these do vary in size on different houses, and they can trickle a lot of air into the building, making it colder. Then you've got different types of floors. You've got floors that have got underlays and carpets, you've got tiles, you've got exposed wooden floors. Now, all of those are going to have an impact onto how much of an energy saving you get. If you've got exposed wooden floors, you're going to see less of a difference than if you've more of a difference, than if you've got big thick carpets and underlay. So every house is different. It's hard to say exactly. Anyone that's honest, you really can't put an exact figure on it. Now, we go off a lot of client feedback. Now, we see clients reporting 20 to 30% energy savings in the main. Now, with rising energy costs, 20 to 30% is a significant amount of money to save for the cost of it. What you can't put a price on is the comfort factor. So we get a lot of clients that will report that the people who've got tiled floors or exposed wooden floors, that it's the first time they've been able to walk on the floor without slippers on, and it's comfortable. The temperature in the house is more stable. When they turn the heating off, it takes a lot longer to cool down. Now, if you look at heat exchange happens faster at higher temperature differentials. So if you've got a cold floor and a warm room, the heat exchange between the two is going to be much quicker when you've got on a colder floor. So we can see that it does, it is a beneficial thing to do for a house. If you look at any new build or a renovation that's going through building regulations, a stipulation of those building regulations is that the floor should meet a specific U value. So they know it was overlooked in the past, and it is one of the most overlooked aspects of an older property. You do need to keep that subfloor ventilated. The air bricks need to be kept free. The airflow goes through the house, but passes freely underneath, keeping the floor ventilated, but instead of then penetrating into the building envelope. So it is something that you should definitely consider. Check your EPC certificate. Have you got a suspended timber floor? The feedback we get from clients, you can see that on our Google reviews and what people have to say about it. And we get more of a feedback from insulating a suspended timber floor than we do from a roof. It's a more noticeable aspect to insulate. So yes, we do think it's worth it. And if you've got a suspended timber floor and you're feeling cold floors, you're getting drafts, it's cold at up to sort of knee level when you sat down, then it could benefit you greatly. So check it out. We'll always give you a free quote, and you can take it from there. So thanks for that. Cheers.